I'm okay. I do have to say I relapsed a bit. I was watching I want to say it was a scary movie, but I think it was just Love is Blind, which this season kind of plays like a horror film.
Really?
Oh my God, it's so bad. But I bit off all my fingernails, and I'm like in the recovery
I was just
stage.
thinking about this. You were sober for so long.
I was sober for so
How long would you say? Like a year?
Yeah, no, longer, since my surgery, 2 years.
Oh my God, Sarah, I'm sorry.
No,
How
almost
fun
2
was
years.
it though?
Dude,
I
was in a zone.
Off.
I was like in a
in a trance.
In a trance. Like something else came over. That's where I know it's like not. It is all for. And it was that thing of this seems imperfect, so I'm gonna smooth it out.
Yeah, this will make it better.
And then it just makes it's pulling a thread.
Please, as a picker, this is the exact same logic.
And it just got worse and worse and worse.
You went all 10? Is there any survivors?
There's two. There are 2 survivors.
Like one on each?
No, just these 2. Just
wait.
Just kind of, the old lesbian.
Yeah. The old pointers.
Actually, the 2 that should be shortest.
Oh my God. It's like a weapon.
It's not. They're not that long. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
But I did do that. I did do
pair.
that. I regret it. I have regrets. And the whole time I was telling myself, just get up and get a nail file. This will solve everything. But then I was like, no, you're too. I was in a trance. I was
Sarah,
disassociating.
This is what I'm telling you. These are the moments where I genuinely think it's a simulation. Because you're not in the driver's seat. I'm telling you.
I was not. I wasn't. How am I supposed to not bite my nails when the men on Love is Blind are licking the floor?
What happened?
And talking about eating their own boogers. I wish I were kidding.
Are you telling me more than one?
No, I'm talking that this is the same one.
This is like a guy.
Yeah, but they're all bad. They're all bad. One of them said, I can't wait to have sexy children with you. What?
Sexy children?
I know.
Oh my God.
It's all a fucking problem.
That is a problem.
It's so bad.
You sucked me into that one season, and believe me, I was entertained.
Oh, it's so good.
But I was also like really mad about the male casting.
Dude, this one's worse.
Because they're setting these hookers up for trouble.
And these hookers they're not better this season. So I saw somebody on Instagram put it perfectly. They said they were talking about the Denver season because, living in Denver, I'm getting all this in my feed. They said the problem with casting in a place like Denver is that these people are signing up to be indoors for the next 12 days. There is no person living in the sunniest, the place that gets the most sunshine anywhere in the United States. They're not going indoors for 12 days. And if you are, you're a weirdo. Right. And they got a bunch of weirdos.
So they lose their marbles a little bit.
They lose their marbles. I think it's a 1 in 5 are
there any real gems?
I'm trying to think of them.
That's somebody I
can't think of. Nope. I'm trying to think of this couple. Nope. This couple. Nope. I would say people's bad pickers are enough to make me think they're not gems. There wasn't anybody that felt like they did the right thing where you're like, maybe one guy that just left. But there were a few people that just ghosted people. Just left and didn't say anything to the people that they were, dating in those pods. It's wild out there, Suze. And then I'm hearing all over the internet that is what this dating scene in Denver is like. People are sending me messages saying, thank God you date women. Thank God you didn't experience. And I only went on 2 dates with men 3 dates with men in Denver.
And? Tell me about what's
one
the
of them
problem?
I ended up with for 2 years.
Yeah, and I know that story.
It's that type. It's that type. It's that type.
Ew. Are you serious?
Yes.
Just selfish dickheads?
Well, kind of like I haven't really grown up yet. Like there's a maturity level. There's this.
No thanks.
There's this.
Fuck off.
And it doesn't quite feel the same as the Peter Pan syndrome that I saw in like Marina Del Rey, or like in the beachy communities of California. That was different. Kind of like I just want to be a bachelor for forever. This is like I lack the skills. I want to be a child. Yeah. I want to be taken care of, like mommy takes care of me kind of thing. Okay. And that was the guy who licked the floor and ate his boogs.
What was the context of that floor licking?
He was just laying on the floor and he like and I think he's probably neurodivergent and got the impulse to like kiss the floor. And then he did, and then somebody was like, "Did you just kiss the floor?"
Oh my
and
God.
he was like, "I haven't kissed anything in a long time." And then was just kept jokingly
I
like,
wonder why.
Mwah. And I was like,
fucking
"What
weirdo.
is happening?"
That is real sad.
Just think like. I mean, I am somebody who is very childlike in many ways.
Childlike,
but not
childish.
And we have gone over this. It feels like a childish, yes.
Totally
There's
different.
A difference. Big.
Childlike, what fun.
Right. What fun, you pay your bills. Like, the childish is like somebody's paying your bills. There was a guy.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. There was a guy on there who's like, oh, I love a woman. This woman was talking about how she likes everything 50-50. And then he like got real excited.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, of course you get real excited when a woman talks about that, because it's really that's not the, that doesn't fit what the stereotype and I should say like the societal expectations and the norms that you've been fed if you are a man and you would grow up to believe, which is that, oh, it's my job to provide and da-da. And if there isn't a little bit of that in there, you're going to end up being selfish in the relationship and taking more. It won't be 50-50.
Yeah.
It'll be 80-20.
Because if
with
a woman's
her
even
doing more
saying
work.
that,
yes. She's going to get a taker.
Yep.
I know it. When you come out like, oh, I'm a strong woman and I don't need anybody, you get men who don't want to give you anything.
My
Sorry.
God.
Sorry. That is the truth.
That is such a good tip, though, because you're so right.
I know.
Oh, man. What's the solution where
you got to recognize that there's a difference between it's kind of like how I get caught up when the doctor says you shouldn't vacuum after surgery, or you shouldn't lift more than 5 pounds, or you can't. They say you can't lift more than 5 pounds. And I say, well, I can.
I beg to differ.
I do. It's all about the wording. And now I lost my train of thought because I started thinking about surgeries.
Well, I was saying, like, how can a woman be...
yes.
empowered, but also...
We know that you can pay for dinner. We know that you can get the groceries out of the car. I had to hear that. My own therapist told me this too. You can do that by yourself, but you shouldn't have to do it all by yourself. And if somebody and what ends up happening is I watch it happen. I watched it happen in my own relationship, even with a woman. And I said, nope. We're not going to do this because I know what this pattern leads to. So where I said, can I help you with this? I'll help you with this. She's like, no, I'll get it.
Got it.
And I said, no, I'm going to do that because here's what that is going to teach me. That is going to teach me that I don't need to ask you for help. And we don't want to have that learned helplessness in here.
Nobody has to help. Just do it.
Right. And we're just going to do it. So I'm just going to do this for you. And I'm emptying the dishwasher whether you like it or not. Or I'm carrying this in whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
because
I'm just going to be thoughtful and nice.
That's how it's going to go. And then I always reverse it. I go, it's things like, let me take you to the airport, or let me do this and that. No, I don't need it. And I go, okay, honey, if I needed that, wouldn't you provide that for me? Yes.
Would.
And would it be a burden? No. All right then. We're going to give me the same.
It's an expression of love, and we should receive it that way.
And so we're both like the people who have brushed off that in the past. So I'm like, I recognize what we're doing. No, none of that.
Adam had the genius idea of putting in the kitchen like this whiteboard of like all the tasks in the household. And then whoever does the task puts their initial.
This is my what's on your plate. This is my what's on your plate activity that I do with couples because they all think that they do more.
They do. Well,
I don't mean more than the woman.
men.
I think they do. They think they do a fair share, but when you actually see how much,
that's because if you're
this
real good at
invisible
tasks, nobody even really knows you're doing them.
Right. Remember when I told you I asked my ex-husband when we got back together for like a minute, when was the last time you washed that towel?
Yeah.
The hand towel that was hanging in the bathroom? And he said, never. So the last time he washed it was 2 years ago when I lived there because I washed it weekly. What?
Sick.
What? Help.
H-E-L-P. Let's just say that if I cleared off a roof, which is one of the things on the list, I would have a clean sweep of the whole.
What? So were there
it's like
things
laundry,
already up there?
dishwasher,
Okay. Yeah.
that kind of thing.
And you just like
Breakfast.
bing, 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 bing,
Well, yeah,
bing, bing, bing.
but I will admit, part of it is that I am someone who will remember to put my fucking initial on there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to do it and not fill in
Right.
that charn.
Right.
So there could be some things where we both did it partially or something,
Yeah.
and they just don't remember to put it on that fucking board. I'm remembering.
Oh yeah.
We're keeping score? That's my specialty. Sarah, one time Sarah was like, I don't know if we can do this because you love keeping score. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm winning. You know, like of course I'm going to keep score if I think I'm going to win this game, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of times people genuinely believe that what they bring to this story is different.
And we are seeing it in this season of Love is Blind. So I cannot
Now
wait.
I have to watch.
You really, really do. It is the cringiest of all seasons in the.
Oh my God. They're doing this on purpose.
They better be. Oh my God. I just am thinking about some of the things people have said, and I'm just like,
It's horrifying.
you know that there are cameras.
It's like, is this what COVID did to people?
What happened?
The young people of America?
What?
They all need to wrap themselves up in a cozy earth blanket.
I do. I hide under those sheets. Nice and soft. I don't want to come out. I'll live there. Thank you. You know what? I can imagine that I can say with 100% certainty that every single male cast member on Love is Blind needs new sheets.
And every single male.
Except one who I think is gay.
Oh, really? But he doesn't know it yet, maybe?
He might know it.
This is what freaks me out, is if they aren't. This is what I'm always fearful of. What if he just really loves chicks? Maybe. You know what I mean? But he doesn't seem like he does. He needs a blanket. That's what I know. Yes. He needs a bubble cuddle blanket to sort out all his feelings.
Is that blanket not the softest thing in the whole world or what?
It is the lap of luxury.
Yeah.
It really is. Comfort and style.
And it's cozy season. The weather has changed.
Oh my God, don't remind me.
It is time to get cozy. All I want to do is curl up on the couch. In fact, I can't wait till we're done today to take a nap.
Oh,
on my cozy earth blanket.
That's so nice. And you guys could have that sort of comfort too, because they have all the bedding your heart desires. They have pajamas, they have blankets, they have socks, they have everything.
Yes. Pillows, yeah.
Cozy time, cozy time, cozy time. And they have 100 night sleep trial. So you can give it a whirl for a really long time and see if you like it. And if you don't, send it back. They also have a 10-year warranty. And if you head to cozyearth.com, you can use our code BRAINCANDY for up to 20% off if you get the post-purchase survey. make sure you let them know you heard about Cozy Earth right here. And because home isn't just where you live, it's how you feel. Let's go home with Cozy Earth. Brain Candy is the code. Give it a whirl. If you forget our codes, they're on thebraincandypodcast.com.
Yes.
They keep the lights on. We need all the help we can get.
Yes.
All right.
Always.
Okay, let's talk about
Stuff.
Oh, I did want to. Okay, first of all, Sarah is totally right, which is her favorite thing to be.
Love it.
You have got to watch the bird documentary Listers on YouTube for free. Extreme
and
birding.
for free.
Yeah.
How much we love that.
I mean, it is a treat because wonder why they did that. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
But I hope they get paid dividends because it is a delight.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so funny and witty and you learn a lot, but you also like are entertained the whole time.
Yeah. It feels like nostalgic in a way. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like bootleg style for a lot of
Yeah.
it. Like camcordery.
Yeah. Loved it.
And it's very low budget. There's no crew or anything. It's just these two cute brothers that are just like, it's like Napoleon Dynamite kind of. And Lincoln and Adam and I all watched it. And then I would say the next day, Lincoln and his friend were hanging out. And Lincoln asked for the bird call whistle.
Yeah.
And like the bird thingy we put resin in and it makes that noise and it calls the birds and they are like into it. So this is adorable.
Oh my gosh. They're birders.
We're all birders, okay, people?
That is so fun. And because you see there were like young kids who were getting really, like younger guys who were getting really into it.
Because it really is like real life Pokemon. I mean, it makes sense.
It is real life Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay, the cutest thing in the whole entire world, which now I'm like, I want to throw a party and do this. The Denver Audubon Society? Is
Yeah.
that?
Uh-huh.
They had a party where they dressed up all as birds. They were like inspired by their favorite bird, but not like an obvious way. Like it would be like a red hat and a like white
it's like,
red scarf, and it's like the red
Bounding. Disney
yeah,
bounding.
yes, it's like that, but with birds. And
Subtle.
I thought that was very cute. And then
Very
they would
cute.
do their best bird impression of
my
of
God.
their own bird, and I was like,
I mean, it's
this is
so wholesome.
cute. Yeah.
Well, what are the odds, though, that we watch this and we're all getting into birds, and then a gigantic hawk hit our window of our house? And
That is not the kind of bird that usually does that.
no, it's usually those dumb fucking fools, and they're just like, "Bah," and they like get
Right.
stunned, but they're fine.
Right,
Because
the
like birds
pigeony
hit our
looking
windows
ones.
all the
Yeah.
time, almost every day.
She
But-
has decals of birds on her window to make sure that they don't
Well,
hit
by
them, to
the
let
way-
them know.
Well, after this happened, we learned that doesn't work. And what you need are geometric shapes.
What?
Yeah. We've been
Who
living a
knew
lie
that?
over here, right? We're like, we're fine, but they keep hitting our windows. That really should have been a red flag for us.
I thought that was always the trick.
She's
but
like,
it's
this lady
geometric
said,
shape.
studies show. And then I'm
good.
all ears.
Dude, what happened to the hawk? What?
Well,
did he die?
it hit the window, and it seemed fine. It's humongous walking around, but then it tries to take flight and it can't, right?
Oh no! Oh, you gotta do something
So
about
we
it.
did.
Of course you did.
You know, Adam gets the gloves, the bird
Of course
gloves.
he does. Of course he does.
Lincoln gets the net in case you gotta like keep it in one place.
Yeah, you
We-
do. That things had talons and a beak.
Oh my God! Wait, I'm gonna send you the picture. You're gonna die,
Oh my god.
Sarah. You're gonna die
There's so much goes on without me. It's like
without you. Okay, you're
I
in
have
for a treat,
FOMO.
though. Wow, you would have really enjoyed this. You gotta zoom in on that beak too and those talons once you get it.
Whoa! Look at that guy. He's like definitely having a conversation with your husband.
Yeah, they're like communicating
Wow.
telepathically.
Those talons are like 3 inches long.
Look at its face. He's sort of like, please fix this problem.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so then
Bubs.
we called the Wild and Game Commission, and
my
the
God.
police show up, and he goes, just so you know, if they collect this bird, they're going to shoot it. And we're
Yeah,
like,
they will.
what? Why? It's fine. It just needs like a tending to. And so Adam packs that baby up and heads to the National Aviary. He's like on the open road. Because he is not letting that thing die, right?
No, I wouldn't either. I get it.
And we didn't really have a box or anything, so you had to put it in like a igloo cooler just for the ride down, you know, because what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
And then he goes in, and truly, it's the National Aviary. He's based here in Pittsburgh. And they're like, yeah, we can't take that. I'm like, what? They're like, you got to go to like the sanctuary. And we had to take it to the sanctuary.
You basically got no room at the end. Like,
Right? The Christ child. I'm sorry.
oh my God.
So at the
Can't
sanctuary.
take you here. Can't take you here. Sorry,
Yeah.
can't come here. Can't come here.
Seats taken.
Oh my God. With a bird with a broken wing in the fucking cooler.
So then they said at the sanctuary, if they can nurse him back to health,
Rehabilitate him, yeah.
they drive it back to our house to release it. So I really hope that this happens for all of us.
Okay, I feel you'll never guess. Optimistic. I have good feeling about him.
seemed fine,
He looked
or she.
he looked of good spirits, and it didn't look like there was any internal bleeding. It felt more like wing related.
Just a broken wing.
Broken wing.
These broken wings. But like, it feels. I don't know what they can do.
Oh,
They
she's
said it's
glitching now.
better if it's totally broken. If it's fractured, they're like,
Oh.
a
Yeah.
good break is somehow
Well, yeah,
better.
but like, I get that. Then you can like put it back together with something and maybe like a pin in it or something, and then that
Yeah.
heals. But maybe it's too hard to keep them immobile for that long. Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
You know. But like,
when
just
you
wrap
drop
that-
them
wrap
off,
that
you have
bad
to
boy
name
up.
them. He named
What'd you
it
name 'em?
Susie. He named it Susie. He was like, I'm like, that is
You
a girl?
can't name it after something that might be put to sleep. What are we? You can't name
So
something that
now
might be
I'm
put to
like-
sleep after you.
I'm
What are we
emailing like,
thinking?
how's Susie? Like,
Oh,
no,
do we even know its gender?
I sure don't.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe they could tell us that too.
It's just like boy named Susie.
Totally. I do think it's funny that you suggested that film. We watched it, and then we had this bird
I can't.
emergency.
I
Exactly
can't
that
believe
time.
it. That is very funny.
Okay, and we do need to have a separate meeting about that film and talk about it because
it's
there's so much to
fascinating.
say.
Yes.
I'll let it go now.
I'm glad you watched it.
Thank you for the tip. That was fantastic. Oh, there was an article. I think it was the New Yorker. This article was exploring the idea of why American culture was so obsessed with To Catch a Predator.
Oh,
Because
I was
there's-
obsessed with it.
Oh, it was great. And
Dude.
there's a new documentary coming out.
Justice. But,
Yeah, what was
man,
the name of those people? It was like
Oh,
you know, the vigilante justice.
Yeah.
League. And
They
were
did
like-
have a name that was like, I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue too. But good old Chris
I think
Hansen.
it had the word justice in it, but anyway.
Yeah. It
And
did
there's-
have the word yes. Okay, anyways.
Well, at any rate, there's a new To Catch a Predator documentary coming out, and the documentary is exploring like why we were all so into it and like why it was sort of funny you know, because it was like sweet tea and all that. How she was always offering sweet tea. I don't know why.
I think, yeah. I mean, I think certain elements of it, when you put it like that, were kind of like, I guess, funny. But
like
when
Jimmy
I
Kimmel
watched
referred to it as like punked for pedophiles.
Yeah, it does feel
Kinda
like that.
was.
Yeah, because you do want to make them look like, haha, you're a fool, and you fell for bait that was like look at, because what they're there for ain't the cookies and the fucking sweet tea.
There were always
It's the
cookies.
12-year-olds.
Right.
And that is the part that I think it wouldn't matter if you said, hey, come over. I've got some clown cupcakes and balloons. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
The
it's all noise.
or
They're just like,
yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the part. And it does not matter what is in between. It's like that. It's fucking disgusting.
well, okay. So even when I would watch the regular show, I don't know if you probably didn't. You have a different relationship to it, but I still had this feeling of like pity, I guess would be the word for these predators. These sickos.
I would say they were pitiful.
They were pitiful.
Yes,
And they would
that
often
was a
like
feeling.
cry, you know,
Yeah.
like when they would
Yeah.
realize. And it was just sort of like, oh yeah. The show lacked any nuance
Totally.
about the ways that our media encourages this fetishizing of young girls, especially
Oh, yeah.
actresses and pop stars
Absolutely.
and all that.
Yes.
And are like sexualizing very young stars,
Right.
and that's not helping.
No.
And so you're lampooning these predators, but you're also like acting
And
like they're the boogeyman when really it's in a whole system.
Totally. That we absolutely. And then when you make older women invisible, so that you only see
And you
that.
have no use for them.
Yeah. And that now, like, the AI models that are coming out all are like this 18-year-old thing. It's like, this is a problem. This is a
It's a
big
problem.
problem. Yeah,
And that
I
is
totally agree.
contributing to an existing thing that seems to be growing.
Oh,
And that this documentary is sort of putting more of that into focus than we had when just the show was on. And it was sort of like, look at these fucking idiots, you know? And it is fun to watch people that are hurting
Right.
children
Oh, God.
be, you know,
Caught.
yeah,
Right.
that feels real good.
And you hope that there's an end to it. I think that
yeah,
is
we're
like,
solving
I know
it.
as the watcher, I'm like a viewer. I'm like, oh, that's the end of the line. Like, but this is the point I was going to make earlier, but then lost my train of thought, as I often do. I think that there's a part of us that think, if I watch that and justice is served in some way, or they catch him, then I'm going to feel a little bit of relief from the thing that happened to me. I'm going to feel less pain if this person suffers for what they did. Mm-hmm. It's going to lighten my load. That is what I think our subconscious, like our mind tricks us into thinking is going to be true, because our brain's job is to relieve us of suffering, right? So it says, can I relieve myself of suffering? Well, maybe if this person pays for their actions, then I will reduce the suffering. But that never happened. That doesn't happen. We still have to process those feelings. It may, I don't know. It's kind of like what we were talking about this a while back with the criminals and like recidivism and like the justice afterwards, and moms of people who have been in drunk driving accidents and all that. We were talking about that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
same.
we have.
Yeah, so
and
it's like that.
I get that impulse. I do. And you want the feeling of order
Yeah,
and justice. And some people are very sensitive to that. And I suppose, in particular, if you were a victim or if your child was, you would have that sense of like, we have got to sort this out.
Yeah. It doesn't bring the relief that you think it will, though.
Yeah, and particularly when it's a show designed for a totally different purpose.
Exactly.
So I look forward to watching that documentary. I don't know when it comes out, but this was, I think, in the New Yorker or the Atlantic. It was just sort of like
I would be
exploring
interested to hear what Chris Henson says. Were they ever wrong?
Oh my. That's a good question. They didn't mention that. They just pointed out this one time where somebody got caught, realized they were caught, and then died by suicide. Right there.
Yeah, of course. And you know what? You're protecting maybe some other people. I can see that. I think it's the worst thing that you could do to a child. And
yeah, exactly.
So sad.
And I think a lot of them feel this sense of like, I don't know how to stop this. And
oh God, it's so.
Yeah, it's a mess. And that's what the show doesn't acknowledge, that it's complicated.
Especially the male perspective of sexual abuse. That is what a lot of males who have been victims of sexual abuse have really had a terrible experience in processing
shame.
those that it is, they get all
Looking
the
at
same
you, Mary
things
Kay
that
Letourneau.
a woman gets, and then some.
Yeah,
It's really bad.
I'll tell you what's not bad.
Gotta love a segue.
Well, it's not bad. It's great. And that is Caraway Cookware and Bakeware. I was just talking to the gal that helps us with our campaign, and she didn't know what she was getting into when we got on that Zoom, because she's just working for Caraway, doing her job. And I'm like, I'm obnoxious.
Yes.
And I would not shut up because I freaking love this stuff.
Yes.
And I was like, did you see that video Adam made, like with the stove and the tea kettle and blah, blah, blah? And she was like, oh, yeah. And she said, because you know how I get everything in their marigold color.
Yes.
And obviously that's not like the top seller. Yet, like, yellow is never going to be like the one that everyone wants.
Right.
That's a niche scenario. Yeah. And so, like, people at Caraway were doing, like, in their, I guess it's like Slack or something, they were like, justice for marigold and stuff like that.
I love it.
And I was like, because it's my favorite. It's so beautiful,
Yeah.
But like everybody can pick
I'm fond
their
of the
own
sage.
color. That's what she had. She gets sage as well.
It's so beautiful. It's like one of those things that's why everybody's favorite colors are different.
Yeah.
I also think that the blue one is gorgeous.
I love the blue.
Is like, it doesn't fit the
rich.
colors in my house. Yes. It feels like this, it feels like very luxe, like it's a rich, love it.
Shade.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
I agree
love
with
it.
you.
Yes.
But if you're just a cream gal, I respect that, and theirs gorgeous too. It's just I like a statement piece myself. But at any rate, apart from how beautiful they are, these are non-stick, they're non-toxic, they work like magic. They are forever pieces in your kitchen. If you're baking, all that stuff's gonna slide right out of it. And now they have a butcher block, so I gotta get that.
Oh, I want that. Oh,
Don't
yes. You know it's going to be good. And it makes a difference. It makes a difference on your knives, what kind of butcher block you have.
You said it.
Yeah.
No joke. They have butcher blocks. They're made of thick premium wooden surfaces crafted with walnut and maple wood. So it's plastic free. You don't want any of that.
Don't want
that. It's magic. So you guys have to check those out because they're beauties. Anyway, they have a deal. Caraway Cookware Set is a favorite for a reason. If you save up, it can save you up to $190 versus buying the items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/braincandy10, you can get an additional 10% off your next purchase. The deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/braincandy10 or use code braincandy10 at checkout. Caraway is non-toxic cookware made modern. I love that company, though. They're great, and they're real fun to work with, and they love Brain Candy, and we love them.
We do.
All right, let's see what else I want to talk to you about. Okay. Well, I mean,
What?
there's a continuing problem going on, and it's like my worst nightmare, as you know. There is some company that handles all of the like organ donation, you know.
Oh my God, are we talking about the hospital? I think it was Chicago.
This is all over now, like New York, everywhere.
Oh, the whistleblower. This is, we got to talk about this. This is a dude.
So like on this show, like for 10 years now, we've been talking about how like when people like are pronounced dead and then they wake up at their funeral and stuff like that. And it's always, those ones are almost always in like third worldy places where it's harder to tell what's cooking. But in the US, we have a situation going on where people are like in a vegetative state, maybe in a coma. It's the old like, what do they call it? Urban legend, where if you're an organ donor, like they're like, it was like basically that, where they're going to donate their organs. So they're like, yeah, they're dead. And they're fucking not dead.
Oh my God.
And they would start the surgery.
That
like
is the urban legend that people talk about.
Don't be a donor because then you're like,
right.
Whatever. It's like that come true though. And it's
How
this
did
New
they
York
find
Times.
that out? Oh God. They've done their...
4 years ago, an unconscious Kentucky guy started to awaken as he was about to be removed from life support so his organs could be donated, even though he had cried, pulled his legs to his chest and shook his head before that. They still were like, no, it's fine. That's like just something that happens.
Oh my God.
And so then he starts to wake up, and they obviously have to stop. But they have found 350 cases. Yeah. Because the patients had high or improving levels of consciousness, and that multiple patients showed signs of pain or distress while being readied for the procedure.
I am speechless.
It's horrific.
Well, fuck.
And
what
they
do
they
then?
have brain function and they're on life support.
Yeah.
And they aren't expected to recover, and sometimes they're in a coma. But like one guy was like unresponsive for 2 days before his family agreed like to donate the organs. But then the organization moved forward towards the surgery, even as his neurological condition improved. And at one point he was thrashing on the bed and was sedated to prevent more motion. If you have to sedate people...
is this one of those things, though, like that chicken that had his head cut off and lived for like 2 weeks, where you're getting like neurological impulses, but like this wouldn't be enough function to be able to like
at least one of them made a full recovery.
Oh, no.
Several of them made recovery enough to live many weeks longer and were alert and talking. And then they died. But like still,
dude,
if you can talk about things, maybe we should save your organs another minute, for fuck's sake. It's a for-profit. I mean, that's not great.
Oh, this is not great. What does the New York Times say?
I mean, they're sort of the ones blowing the whistle and being like, hey, this is what the employees at this organization are telling us. And then we looked at all the files, and now we're seeing this is happening, and there needs to be an investigation and beep.
I don't like it.
Can you imagine, man, if it was like you?
Mm-mm. No, that's what I couldn't imagine ever in a million years. Like,
I'm sorry, but you don't have to sedate people that are fucking almost dead. What are we doing?
And I don't know what the solution is. Like, is it that there's a lot of money in the organs of, and it's probably okay. I can see what's happening. Like these doctors who are like, we keep people alive for, okay, I know. Remember when we were talking about how that article I was sharing about the way doctors want to die, and how that doctors don't want whatever's medically feasible, or there's some word that I can't remember what it was, but there was something that they don't want those actions taken because it doesn't actually result in like improved quality of life, or like
you're a goner.
Better, you're a goner anyway. So a doctor is like, I don't need those extra 3 weeks. Let me just like pull the plug on this. I know that I'm. And so that's what they said is the reason why there's a difference between doctors and your
like
regular
if you're viable
folk.
or
Because all of us have that instinct of, I want those 3 more weeks. Yes, the 3 more weeks is important to my family, blah, 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 blah. And these doctors are like, I never see 3 weeks actually making a difference in what they consider to be quality of life, which, as we know, with doctors can be very like on paper, not like they're not taking into consideration what those 3 weeks maybe meant to the family and like the conversations that could have been had. Da, da, da. I think they're looking at more of like the toll that it would take on the body. So I can see doctors being like, yeah, this is gonna like pull the plug. Now or a week later, this body isn't going to improve.
Okay.
But it's not their choice to make.
It doesn't feel sometimes I get what you're saying. Sometimes the doctor may be hastier because they know this is not, it's just delaying the inevitable or something.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Even that, it's like too bad. Like you got to wait 2 more days. Sorry.
Right.
Like that's how this goes. But if that were the only thing, I could be more at peace with it. But when you have people thrashing, completely mobile on that bed.
And when somebody made a full recovery, it does feel like you're just doing it for the money. Yeah, it does feel like you're just harvesting organs.
Yes. Exactly.
That's what it feels like. I think the solution is we need to fucking figure out how to grow a goddamn organ in a
that is
I don't know, whatever. It is.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like
we can't do this.
We can't. Let's not kill people to save people. How about that idea?
How about it? Right.
Yeah. But
dude, it's wild out there.
I wouldn't have even mentioned it, but once because I had read it in a couple different places, but once the New York Times did it, I was like, great. And this is real.
Yeah.
I got to deal with it. Okay.
But that whole world organ donate, it feels like there's, they need like a centralized system, like something they don't have one, I think. I don't think it's as connected as people think it is.
Yeah. And I don't think people think of it as a like Walmart profitable business situation.
And I
think they think of it as like healthcare when it is not.
It totally is. Oh my God, it's terrible.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I can never decide. I do love a good placebo story. Let's talk about placebos.
I do too.
I mean, we've been saying on this show for a long time, like it's a damn shame that like there can't be some placebo distribution. I
would love my doctor to be like, I got this magical pill.
Yeah, me too.
That causes you to be motivated.
Walking on sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah. That you just take this and problems go bye-bye. Like
that's right. Like
I would be easily convinced. It doesn't take much. I'm very impressionable.
Well, what I learned is that they have more leeway than I realized to prescribe placebos to actual people.
What?
I did not know that that was something that could happen.
I didn't know that either. I thought
What if like your Adderall's a placebo?
I know what. Hey, you know what? It's doing its job. Not today
it's
because I forgot to
working.
take it, but when I remember to take it, it's great.
Yeah. Well,
Placebo or not.
doctors can prescribe placebos under certain conditions. Okay. So one of my favorite Substacks I always talk about is Derek Thompson, and he did one of his Substacks about placebos, and like if they're so great, which we always see in the literature,
Right.
then why aren't we prescribing them more often? Because they're just sugar pills, they're safe, and like they fucking work.
Right.
And so I got an answer, and it really was interesting. Okay. So like a lot of people feel like placebos and the effect that they have are a function of the fact that humans have an extraordinary capacity for creativity and imagination. Yeah. And so like we really can sort of like invent stuff for better
good
or
or
worse.
bad. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But they've learned now that some animals with less cognitive juice than we have the same thing cooking. So they gave rats, which are very smart, but they're still fucking rats.
You're right.
A very strong immunosuppressant drug, along with a little bit of sugar. And then later the rats got the sugar without the drug, and their immune systems crashed anyway. And their bodies basically anticipated the chemical reaction from the medicine that was never administered. And so like we're seeing that not just
their
human
bodies
brain.
anticipated it after they had already received it before. So in the future,
And it had been effective.
it had been, okay, so you need to have a pill. You have to have something that is effective.
Yeah. Teach your
First.
brain. This is
Teach
what
your
you're
brain.
getting.
And then you could see, now that I'm for.
Exactly.
You don't need to keep him on it forever, especially with pain meds. Pain is the biggest thing that you can
And they're
dial
not
down
faking.
in your brain.
I
don't
not
believe they're faking
suggesting
either.
that.
I totally agree.
This is your brain like learning stuff.
Yes. It's the same as a phantom limb.
Yeah. It's not your fault.
No, and your brain is going
So
to
we gotta
still
trick it
tell
back.
you. So we got to trick it back. Yes.
Yeah. And then you
Because
won't be
that's
in
all
pain
it is.
anymore.
It's just like impulses. Right.
Yeah.
And or
so-
like turn down the dial, the intensity of that pain. And like you can do that with your mind. It sounds like hocus pocus, but it's not.
Usually, sometimes you can like will yourself, but often it's not about willpower or something. It's about like what we're saying, where you're giving them this effective pill, then you're giving them something they think is the effective pill, and your brain's like, oh, great, we got the immunosuppressant, let's go. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here are some stats on like ways in which they've observed this in humans in terms of medication. So 96 men got a beta blocker, which can have the side effect of impotence. Mm-hmm. Of the men who were not told that, only 3.1 developed impotence.
Wow.
But those given the name of the drug, 15.6% developed impotence. That's huge
significant. Difference. Wow. High p-value or low p-value. I can't remember which one you want.
And those
but statistically
who were told
significant.
The name of the drug and about the side effect, 31% developed impotence.
This is proof of ignorance is bliss.
Totally.
What
Ignorance
what I don't know
erection.
won't kill me.
Yeah. Right.
Dude.
It's that is a lot. That is 10 times the difference between people who had no idea that could even happen And they were randomized.
Because your mind is so strong. Especially, I think that is such a good one to test because
Yeah.
it's so easily controlled.
Suggestible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's so much of that is fixed with stuff you do in therapy, which is like thinking.
Yeah. Just imagine when you're horny and like, are you
my
stressed?
God.
You're probably less horny. Or
Yes.
are you busy? You're probably less. Like, there's so many factors that contribute to like whether you're ready
absolutely.
to roll in the sack.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a really good measure.
And so
Good
then-
job, researchers. A+ study.
A+ study. And then these guys were randomized to receive either placebo or Viagra. And the former was just as successful at restoring erections as the latter. So this magical Viagra pill, if you just think you took it, is just as
Okay.
effective.
Okay.
As it-
Okay.
yeah.
Can you just tell? Can you do this to me? Can you trick me with something? Can you just
I
say,
wish. This is
Sarah,
the
I
thing.
got this? Like, but like not now, but like a year from now. And you just like, Sarah, I found this amazing stuff. It's been working for Lincoln and Adam. You got to try it. Da 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 da.
It's for ADHD.
Yeah, and then I'll just get it, and it'll be like a magic pill, and it's like Tums.
Okay, so then they did a similar thing with prostate problems. 43% who were told it might cause impotence, same deal. It was literally
Wow.
the same.
Any ones with women?
Well, they did chronic pain.
Okay.
It said doctors. Okay, so if you have chronic pain, and the doctors are legally allowed to prescribe placebos when the treatment with the patient experiencing the pain, there hasn't been a big success,
Oh, I think that would be the best one for it.
Yes, but here's the hitch. It's that you, in some way, and there's like different ways that you can do it, have to consent to this possibility. So I don't know if it's like when you start with a doctor, you sign something that says like you could be prescribed things that are not blah blah blah. Like they can word it in different ways, or they can do it in the like during a visit where like, okay, yeah, you just have to agree that we can prescribe anything. Like, so like there has to be some consent to placebo. It could be vague enough where some people probably don't even know they're consenting.
Yeah,
to
I'm
it.
sure I wouldn't read that.
Who's reading that?
Nobody. The other thing I'm thinking is if you pick it up from the pharmacist, doesn't the prescription bottle have to read what it is?
I don't think it does. I think it only has to read it that way if it's more potent. If it's fucking sugar, there's no risk. Oh my God, do you feel like you got a placebo?
No, but I'm wondering. Sometimes I'm like, what if not? No,
I
she would
have
never do
had
that.
things where I'm like, this ain't doing anything.
Well, I do notice a difference when I'm getting the generic versus or different like factories that they make it in. I'm like, the yellow ones aren't as good as the white ones. It's like that kind of stuff.
Whoa. I mean, it could all fall in the same category too.
But I don't think anybody would give me because it's so obvious that I need that. And then when I take it, I'm like, yep, I'm great.
Yeah,
They're
it's
like,
not a
any complaints?
situation
Like,
where
nope,
you're like,
nothing's
it's not
happened.
working.
No, I don't even fit and I know exactly when I take it because it's very obvious.
Well, and separately, I was reading an article in The Cut about these sort of, I don't know what word to use, but camps where you would go if you have chronic pain, especially for young people, but anybody could go. And the sort of system, the regimen is just like muscle through it, and that it is effective, and that
Yeah.
it sucks so bad. It's not
Yeah.
a faking thing again. It's
Right.
just like
Totally.
where your brain is malfunctioning, and like this is a way possibly to reset it. And people will come in like where they can't even handle like the breeze of a fan.
Yeah, you have to reset that pain tolerance, and you can do it in your mind. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but
Yeah, like you need a clinician. You can't just
yes, you need a
try
clinician,
real
somebody
hard.
trained in like DBT, like will do that. Dialectical behavioral therapy will help with that. There are different techniques that are very, very helpful for like chronic pain.
If they want to give that to me, great. Because
I
if
would
you
be
go
fine
in
with
there
it, too.
like this ain't doing anything, they'll probably give you real meds.
Right.
But if a sugar pill does the trick,
Sign me up. I'll take that. No
Sounds
side effects.
delicious.
No. Yeah.
okay.
I'm
That's all.
on board. I'm on
That's all I
board.
got for you.
Yeah. Anybody who feels like they shouldn't do that, I'd love to hear from like that you think
They don't like to be tricked.
I really wouldn't like that. Like if it was successful, if you knew that it had that big of an effect, like that example of the difference between 3% likelihood of impotence or 30% likelihood, like that's I'm taking 3% every day of the week, right? I don't even have to have a dick to know that.
You said it.
There you go. So good.
Yeah,
good
that
one,
is
Suze.
interesting.
Good debate. Good.
Yes, food for
Good chat.
thought. Thanks
Yep,
for
love it.
listening. I'll keep you guys posted on Susie the Hawk.
Oh my God.
We'll see how she does.
Susie the Hawk.
Go to thebraincandypodcast.com if you forget our codes, and go to patreon.com/braincandy if you love reality TV shenanigans. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.